This week I'm going to show you how to make a perfectly cooked rack of lamb. It's topped with Dijon mustard, breadcrumbs, rosemary, garlic. Come back and I'll show you how it's done.
Hi, my name is Debbie Covington. I'm a chef, caterer, cookbook author, and food columnist. I live on Ladies Island in Beaufort, South Carolina with my husband Vince and our cat Belle. I've been serving delicious food to fabulous people for close to 30 years. This is my trusty sidekick, Susan DeLoach. Susan is a photographer, good friend, and all-around creative talent. Over the years, we've joined forces on catered events, food columns, cooking classes, and published a cookbook together. Cooking videos are our new project. Welcome to our pretend cooking show. Cheers!
Cooking a rack of lamb can sometimes be intimidating, but it's really very simple. I'm going to show you today how to make a really tasty mustard-coated rack of lamb. It's brushed with mustard and then coated with seasoned breadcrumbs. Let's start with a rack of lamb. I've seasoned it on both sides with salt and pepper, and then I seared it on top of the stove in just a little bit of olive oil in a medium-high skillet, just enough to brown it. At this point, you can do this earlier if you want to, and then just wait and put your lamb together right before you cook it. I actually did this last night, and I've let it come to room temperature before I've finished preparing it. So what I want to do is put the lamb on a baking sheet, and the baking sheet has been sprayed with a little bit of baking spray. And now all I'm going to do is brush it with Dijon mustard, just the top side, pretty liberally, because we're going to make a breadcrumb coating and we want it to stick. My oven is preheated at 425 degrees, and the lamb will go in for about 20 minutes. I don't like my lamb as rare as a lot of people do, so if you want your lamb a little more done, just leave it in a couple minutes longer. So we've covered it with Dijon mustard, and then I'm going to make a little breadcrumb coating. This is just dried breadcrumbs, chopped fresh rosemary, a little bit of crushed garlic, some olive oil, and just some salt and pepper to taste. I'm going to mix this up. So it's a little wet, but it's going to help it stick. The rosemary smells wonderful. Very simple. So at this point, all we're going to do is just press this breadcrumb mixture into the lamb. The complete recipe is available on my website that gives you all the measurements, and it actually is a recipe for 2 racks of lamb. I figure 1 rack of lamb will feed 2 to 3 people. Okay, so this looks good. I'm going to pop it in the oven, 425 degrees, for about 20 minutes, and then we'll be right back. Our beautiful rack of lamb is straight out of the oven. I've let it rest for maybe 5 minutes, and now I'm going to cut it. Look, perfectly cooked in the center. Ready to go on a plate. Aren't these gorgeous? Please try this. If you like lamb, this is the easiest and quickest way to make it, and it's delicious every single time.
If you'd like to see more recipes like this, please subscribe. For complete ingredients and cooking instructions and to purchase cookbooks, visit cateringbydebbicovington.com.